Tune in to the most important message of your life because on October 6th, a cosmic transition portal is opening, an event that happens only once every 27 years. This isn't a metaphor or just fancy words to get your attention. It's a real energetic corridor between dimensions through which you can step into a parallel version of your life where all your dreams have already come true. On this day, the Earth's planetary grid aligns with the galactic center in such a way that it creates a temporary bridge between realities. Your consciousness gets the opportunity to literally shift into the version of reality where you are living the life of your dreams. This isn't visualization or positive thinking, it's a real quantum leap. The last time a similar window of opportunity opened was in 1997, and the next one won't be until 2051. Missing this is like turning down a first-class ticket and choosing to keep walking. Why October 6th, and why is this critically important for you right now? The numerology of this date holds the portal's activation code. October 6th, 2025. Add the digits 6 plus 10 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 25. 2 plus 5 equals 7. The number 7, the number of the portal, the number of transition between worlds. But that's just the surface layer. The deep mathematics of the universe show that on this day, all the planets align into a configuration that creates a resonant frequency with the Earth's crystalline core. This frequency opens temporary tunnels through which consciousness can travel. Your task is to not miss the moment of activation and to correctly tune your energy system to the frequency of your desired reality. The signs of the portal's approach are already manifesting around you, but most people aren't noticing them. The first signs began appearing back in late September. Unusual dreams where you're living a completely different life but feel perfectly natural. These aren't just dreams, it's your consciousness already starting to scan available versions of reality. Time flows strangely. Days fly by like hours or stretch on like weeks. Clocks are working fine, but your perception of the flow of time is off. This means your energy system is already starting to detach from the current timeline. Synchronicities are multiplying at an incredible rate. You think of someone and they call. You need information and it finds you on its own. Coincidences stop being coincidental. The universe is actively starting to cooperate with you, preparing you for the transition. You're experiencing emotional roller coasters, from euphoria to sorrow for no apparent reason. Your psyche is adapting to the energies of other realities that are seeping through the thinning barriers. The physical symptoms of the portal's activation manifest differently for everyone, but there are common signs that are impossible to mistake for anything else. A tingling in the area of your third eye, as if someone is gently touching the center of your forehead. This is your pineal gland activating, your biological navigator between dimensions. A feeling of light dizziness, not unpleasant, but rather enjoyable, as if you're on a swing between worlds. Changes in appetite, a craving for specific foods, especially those with high vibrational frequencies like fresh fruits, nuts, and pure water. Your body is intuitively preparing for an energetic shift. Your sleep becomes more vivid and memorable. You wake up feeling like you've been somewhere, done something important. Your energy centers are beginning to vibrate at new frequencies, preparing to sync with the portal. Your hands and feet might tingle as energy accumulates in the peripheral points of your system. The most important thing to understand is that the portal on October 6th doesn't work automatically. It creates an opportunity, but only those who know how to properly tune their consciousness can use it. Most people will go about their day as usual and won't even notice they've missed the chance of a lifetime. The portal opens at dawn and reaches its maximum activity at noon local time. During these hours, the barriers between realities become so thin that they are permeable to consciousness. But you can only enter the portal with the right vibrational frequency. If your energy is tuned to fear, doubt, or negative expectations, the portal will remain invisible to you. It responds exclusively to the frequency of absolute certainty in the possibility of change. Not hope, not belief, but the knowledge that a parallel reality exists and is accessible. This is the critical distinction that determines who will pass through the portal and who will remain in their current version of life. The technique for tuning in to the portal's frequency requires a precise understanding of the mechanics of a quantum leap between realities. A week before October 6th, start every morning by visualizing not your desires, but the finished reality where those desires are already fulfilled. Don't imagine the process of achieving, imagine the result. See yourself already living the life you want. Feel the emotions of success, happiness, and fulfillment as an accomplished fact. The most crucial point: in these visualizations, you must see yourself from the outside, as if you're watching a movie about your ideal life. This programs your consciousness to perceive this alternate version of yourself as real. Each day, increase the visualization time by 5 minutes. By October 6th, you should be able to hold the image of your desired reality for at least an hour with absolute clarity and emotional intensity. This creates a resonant frequency in your energy field that the portal will respond to. Crystal activation plays a key role in the transition process. On October 6th, crystals become conduits between dimensions, amplifying and focusing the energy of the shift. If you have an amethyst, place it on your third eye area for 20 minutes each day leading up to October 6th. Amethyst tunes the pineal gland to the frequencies of higher dimensions. Hold a clear quartz in your left hand during meditations. It clears energy channels of blockages that could hinder the transition. Place a rose quartz over your heart to keep your heart chakra in a state of love and acceptance of the changes. If you don't have crystals, you can use regular salt dissolved in water. Drink a glass of salt water in the morning and evening starting from October 1st. Salt cleanses the energy body of low vibrational layers that can block access to the portal. But remember, crystals and salt are just tools. The real work happens in your consciousness. The moment of the portal's maximum activation will occur at exactly noon on October 6th, your local time. In these minutes, the universe literally realigns itself, creating a corridor between realities. Your task at this moment is to enter a state of absolute inner silence and clearly formulate your intention to transition. Not a request, not a wish, but an intention stated as a fact. I am transitioning into the reality where my life is ideal. Repeat this phrase 9 times, and with each repetition, visualize your consciousness moving into this parallel existence. It's crucial to completely disconnect from your current reality at this moment. Close your eyes, turn off your phone, and ask not to be disturbed. Any distraction can disrupt the transition process. If you've done everything correctly, you will feel a distinct shift in your consciousness, as if something clicked inside you, and reality became different for a moment. This is the sign that the transition has occurred. After this, slowly open your eyes and begin to live as if you are already in your new reality. The first signs of a successful transition will appear within 3 days after the portal's activation. The changes will start with small details that most people won't notice, but you'll see them as confirmation that your reality has shifted. People will start to treat you differently, more kindly, with more interest and respect. It's not that they've changed. You've moved to a version of the world where your relationships with them were better from the start. Opportunities will begin to appear as if from nowhere. Job offers, new acquaintances, chances you never had before. In your new reality, these opportunities are natural for you. Your financial situation will improve in unexpected ways. You might find money, receive an unexpected profit, or have an old debt repaid. In your parallel life, you've always had more resources. Your health will improve for no apparent reason. Chronic issues may fade or disappear. In your new reality, your body was healthier to begin with. Your mood will stabilize at a positive level. Depression, anxiety, and negative states will simply cease to arise. But the most important change will happen to your perception of life. In the new reality, you'll see your own history completely differently. The same events, but with a different interpretation. Failures will turn into lessons, losses into liberation, obstacles into opportunities for growth. This isn't just positive thinking, it's a real change in the energetic matrix of those events. In your parallel life, your experiences always had a different meaning. Your relationships will reach a new level. Toxic connections will naturally end, while harmonious ones will deepen. In your new reality, you're surrounded by people who match your updated frequency. Your creative abilities will unfold with unexpected power. Ideas, projects, and solutions will come easily and naturally. In your parallel existence, your creative potential was never blocked. Your intuition will sharpen to the level of clairvoyance. You'll know what's going to happen, feel people from a distance, and make the right decisions automatically. In your new reality, you've always had these abilities. The energetic structure of your body will completely realign within a week of the transition. Your chakras will begin to spin at a new speed, corresponding to the vibrations of the parallel reality. Your root chakra will strengthen, providing a sense of stability and security. In your new world, you always feel safe. Your sacral chakra will activate, restoring joy for life and creative energy. In your alternate existence, you never lost touch with your life force. Your solar plexus will fill with confidence and personal power. In your parallel reality, you've always known your worth. Your heart chakra will open to unconditional love for yourself and the world. In your new life, your heart was never closed off by pain. Your throat chakra will be cleared of self-expression blocks. In your altered reality, you could always speak your truth freely. Your third eye will activate for clear vision of the truth. In your updated world, your intuition was never suppressed. Your crown chakra will connect with higher dimensions of consciousness. In your new existence, you always remembered your spiritual nature. Integrating into your new reality requires your conscious participation. It's not enough to just pass through the portal. You have to learn to live in this changed world. In the first few days after the transition, act as if you've been living in this reality for a long time. Don't be surprised by positive changes. Accept them as natural. Surprise creates resistance and can pull you back into your old version of life. Be grateful for every improvement, not as if it's a gift, but as a restoration of the natural order. In your new reality, a good life is the norm for you, not the exception. Others might notice the changes in you and start asking questions. Don't try to explain the portal or shifting between realities. Just say you've decided to change your outlook on life. Most people are not ready for information about parallel worlds. Keep a journal of the changes for the first month after the transition. Write down every improvement, every new opportunity. This will help solidify the new version of reality in your consciousness. It is critically important in the first few weeks after the transition to not revert to old patterns of thought and behavior. Every time you think or act as you did in your former reality, you create an energetic anchor that can pull you back. If you catch yourself thinking negatively, immediately switch to the perception of your new reality. Ask yourself, how would I think about this situation in my ideal life? Old habits will try to return. The habit of complaining, doubting, fearing, procrastinating. Each of these habits must be consciously replaced with a new one that aligns with your updated reality. Instead of complaining, practice gratitude. Instead of doubt, choose certainty. Instead of fear, embrace curiosity. Instead of procrastination, take action. Some people around you may start to act aggressively or strangely. This is their subconscious sensing that you've changed on a deep level, and it's trying to pull you back to your old self. Don't take their reactions personally, and don't let them drag you into old conflicts and dramas. Dealing with the doubts that will inevitably arise during your adaptation to the new reality. Your mind, accustomed to the limitations of the old world, will resist the changes and try to convince you that nothing has happened. This is a normal defense mechanism of the psyche. Prepare for it in advance. When doubts appear, and they will, recall the feeling of the transition moment and focus your attention on the changes that have already occurred. Keep a list of improvements and reread it every time your mind tries to pull you back to your old perception. Doubts are often strongest on the 3rd, 7th, and 21st days after the transition. These are critical adaptation points. Navigate them consciously, not allowing your mind to drag you back into familiar limitations. Remember, doubts are not your thoughts. They are echoes of the old reality that will gradually fade away. Every day in your new world makes you stronger and more confident. A month after the transition, your new version of life will feel natural, and the old one will seem like a bad dream that has finally ended. The long-term effects of living in this altered reality will exceed all your expectations. 3 months after the transition, you won't recognize your life. Not only will your external circumstances change, but your very essence will be transformed. Abilities that were blocked or undeveloped in your old reality will fully emerge. Creative potential, intuition, leadership qualities, the capacity for deep relationships, all of this will become a natural part of who you are. In this new version of existence, these qualities were always strong within you. Your health will stabilize at a high level. Your body will begin to function as it's meant to in ideal conditions. Chronic illnesses will fade, your immunity will strengthen, and you'll be full of energy. In your parallel reality, your body was never seriously ill. Financial well-being will come through natural channels. You won't necessarily win the lottery, although that's possible. It's just that in this new world, you have more opportunities to earn, a better financial mindset, and more luck in money matters. Your relationships will either evolve to a higher level or new ones will appear that match your updated frequency. The most important change will happen to your attitude toward the future. In your old reality, the future often seemed frightening or uncertain. In your new version of life, you'll look ahead with anticipation and confidence. Not because you have guarantees, but because in this parallel world, you have an inner knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. The fear of tomorrow is replaced by curiosity about what new experiences the day will bring. This fundamentally changes the quality of your life. Every day becomes an adventure, not a trial. You'll start attracting events and people that are in perfect sync with your desires, not through effort, but naturally. In this new reality, the universe is your ally, not your adversary. Your dreams will start coming true with astonishing speed and ease. What would have taken years in your old world now happens in months or even weeks. Time is working in your favor. A year after the transition, you'll look back on your former life as a distant memory, not with pain or regret, but with gratitude for the experience that brought you to the portal. The old reality was a preparation for this new, more beautiful version of existence. The portal on October 6th isn't the only opportunity to change your reality, but it is one of the most powerful of our century. The energies of this day create the perfect conditions for a quantum leap between dimensions. If you are hearing these words, it means the universe is already preparing you for this transition. There are no accidents, especially during such mystically significant times. Your soul knew about this opportunity long before your conscious mind did. It has been guiding the events of your life to prepare you for this moment. All the hardships you've endured, all the lessons you've learned, all the pain you've gone through, it was all preparation for this great transition. In your new reality, your experience will become a source of wisdom and strength, not a burden of limitations. Every tear you cried, every battle you fought, every time you got back up after falling, all of it forged the qualities within you needed to live in higher dimensions. You are ready, you are worthy, you have earned a better version of life. On October 6th, you have the chance to claim it. Don't miss this opportunity. The next one may not come.